Finally, it's happened. Keefe D has come out. Now, I just want to be clear about this. I'm not saying he's telling the truth, but we all wanted to know who put out the hit on Tupac. And apparently, Keefe D says it was Puff Daddy himself. Anybody surprised? BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently, a confession has been released. Now, I just want to be clear about this. This is Keefe D speaking, and in this confession, Keefe D points the finger at the person who paid for the execution of Tupac Shakur. The finger that he points is directly at Puff Daddy. Okay. Now I want to be clear about something. I am not even saying that this guy is telling the truth, but I'm going to tell you the story. So apparently, he's sitting down, he's talking to some people. I'm assuming that this is the agreement that he had made with them. Like I said before, because I don't think there's any need for them to speak with him again about a thing which they spoke with him previously. But this might be some new conversation. I'm not even clear on this, just so we could be clear. I'm not even sure on this, but I will tell you what was in the conversation. And after I say what was in the conversation, also understand that he spoke with them previously before, where he had what is colloquialized as queen for a day, or what basically is you go and you do a proffer agreement where you have immunity. Just so we could be clear, just in case everybody needs for me to explain everything that it's called, instead of me just saying the thing that it's called and us just, being knowledgeable. With that being said, in this conversation, he says there's a party. Basically, Puff Daddy had flown into town. There was a party somewhere that they were having. He had some New York dudes with them. They was doing the thing. And in front of a whole bunch of Crips, he basically said that he would, spend money in order to have Tupac Shakur not here no more. In addition, unalived, in addition with, Suge Knight. Suge Knight was like the throw-in. It was like, what, if you could get... If we can win the game, it's good. But if we can win by 15, that'll be good. That'll be better. You understand what I'm saying? It was one of those situations. In any regard, he says that Puff said it in front of a lot of people. So now I want to just back up off of this for 1 second, and I want to mention something. That right there is why Puff Daddy should have never brought Biggie Smalls, Christopher Wallace to an area that he went and put a bag on a dude's head, and it was literally successful, which also changed the landscape of not just hip-hop, but it touched the nation. I just want to be clear on this. So once again, I am not saying that he is telling the truth. I'm just telling you what happened. He said that this was said when he said that he wanted Tupac taken care of. It was said in the midst of a room full of Crips. This is what he said, not me. The he being Keefe D. Just so we could be clear, there was no agreement made that night. He then asked Keefe D to step outside at some point. They spoke. Then they met at a separate occasion. And then at that occasion is when they hammered it out. And just so we could be clear, Keefe D made jokes saying, hell, he knows people that would have did it for $1,500. He was looking for about just $50K. He said he wasn't even, Puff was the one that threw out the $1 million. This is what Keefe D is saying. I keep saying that Because I don't want nobody to be like, yo, you want to know what Jake Fool said happens? But in reality, I'm just telling you what Keefe D said. Keefe D said that Puff was the one that threw out that he would pay $1 million for this to happen. Now, so just so we could be clear, and I need for you to pay attention to this, because this is something that we really need to. So, was Tupac right when the situation happened inside of the MGM? Because they already was there for a thing? And his actual response to that and reaction to that was the appropriate reaction, and then they should have been, because I just want to be clear about this. They wasn't there alone. It didn't make sense for Suge Knight and Tupac to leave by themselves in the car and drive off. That just didn't make sense. I'm just saying what it is. And in addition to this, we're also hearing that Suge was supposed to also be involved in this situation. And I just want you to understand, Suge was left alive. And also, I want you to remember that Keefe D said he looked right at Suge. Suge knows everything that went on. So once again, I just want to be clear on this. I don't understand why after there was an attack on a specific individual, Orlando Anderson, that was there with Keefe D, who was hired to do the situation, and for whatever the hell happened, Suge Knight decided to jump in the car with Tupac and they drove off by themselves. So maybe there's a lot more to this. Not just us pointing the finger at just one person, but this might get a lot deeper than needs to be said or known. Because once again, I do believe, was Tupac hitting the head? Suge Knight? Because he could have just survived, just so we could be clear. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think about this. How do you feel about Big Puffy now? How do you feel about that? Knowing that he, even if it was jokingly, put a hit out on the dude that ended up getting not here no more, unalived. And then he then brought that person's biggest hip-hop adversary to the area. I want to know. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I get on this one. I'm out.